Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks did it. They are NBA champions. Can you believe it? It's pretty freaking crazy. So let's talk about this roster and what it's gonna look like next year. So let me hear down below. What do you guys think the Milwaukee Bucks should do in free agency? Their free agents are PJ Tucker, Thomas, Jeff Teague, Justin Jackson, Axel to Payne. I expect only one I really think is going to come back is PJ Tucker. Maybe Jeff Teague comes back, but I think they can replace PJ Tucker. And obviously, it's another old guy. Also, I'm making a Bucks second round pick video. If they keep their second round picks, I'll have that video for who they should draft. But Paul Millsap, let's reunite him with Bud, Mike Budenholzer. And this past year, yeah, he averaged on 21 minutes a night, 9 points, 47.6% from the field, 34.3% from three, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and a little over half a block a game, which were down from the year before numbers. But I really think he has spent the past 4 years on the Nuggets, and he spent 4 years in Atlanta, where he had some of the best years of his career. And I really do believe that he would pair up nicely in Milwaukee. Okay, he would back up. He would be the backup 4/small ball 5. He'd be rotating with Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez as the third center, and then he'd be going in probably hopefully Mama Diakite and Paul Millsap could be the power forward rotation behind Giannis Antetokounmpo. I really like that. I really, really like that. I think he would be phenomenal. I honestly don't know why you wouldn't do that. Paul Millsap will give you a guy who's smart. He'll be a voice in the locker room, and he knows Mike, and he's just great. And for the most part, for his career, he's a 34.3% three-point shooter. But if you look, before last year, he was a guy who was closer to 40% for the previous 45 years. So I think Paul Millsap would be a really good play for them. That, yeah, he's 36 years old, but they can get him cheap, and he knows the system, and he can come in and be a very effective player. Now, the next player I think they should get is Tony Snell. Tony Snell, God, he's great. He would, at depth, he would really be one of the guys off the bench. He's a phenomenal three-point shooter. He led the NBA with, I think it was 53.4% from three. He shot 56.9% from three this year. Yeah, it was with at least 100 attempts, and he averaged 6 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, half a block, half a steal a game. And for his career, when he actually plays, he's about a steal a game guy, and he's a really good defender. He's a really good two-way player. He's a guy who's a career 40% three-point shooter, and he's played on the Bucks. So I think going back would be great. In his 3 years with the Bucks, he had a 2-year span where he was playing 29, 27 minutes in 2016 to 2017, shooting over 40%, grabbing about a steal a game. I really think he could be a great off-the-bench option for the Milwaukee Bucks. And what's crazy is he's actually born the day before me. I mean, obviously 9 years in one day, but still, it's not pretty freaking crazy. So yeah, I want to hear, what do you guys think? Also, have you guys ever seen his college stats? He was pretty fucking average in college. Didn't even know Tony Snell went to New Mexico. Kind of makes sense. Makes sense that he went to New Mexico. But yeah, this was a great team. And when you look at point guards, they're going to need to replace, Jeff Teague and their backup. And Jeff Teague could come back. Jeff Teague is more than likely going to come back. But there are options that they could look at. Obviously, Brandon Goodwin shot 37.7% overall. He's a small guard who can score and has a good first step, but he needs to shoot more consistently. I think Mike James is staying with the Nets. Brad Wanamaker and is a great defender, but he shot 18% from three last year. So Alfred Payton, he followed up his decent 2019 to 2020 with an indecent 2020 to 2021, and his true shootings were awful, 47 and 47.8. But yeah, Jeff Teague, he's enjoyed this renaissance with his quasi usability in the finals, as he still retains enough quickness to pressure ball handlers and play better offensively as a Buck than he did in Boston. He would be a reasonable addition as a third point guard to a team next year that wanted a veteran at the end of the bench. That's why I think somebody like Frank Nilkina, yes, he's a reclamation project who shot 19.4% on two-pointers, but he's so good at defense that maybe you just keep him out for defense. But then you think about, if you're doing that, just get Ish Smith. He's really freaking good. The Wizards had him do a lot of off-ball last year because of the addition of Westbrook, but I still think he was able to play pretty well in that role. Jesus Christ. I had to blow my nose there, guys. It was probably ear raping for you guys. I just literally could not breathe out of my nose, and I just did it. Oh, feels so much better. If the team declines Ryan Arsenio's contract, I would so snatch that up if I was the Bucks. That is such a great pickup for probably going to be cheaper than what most people are paying. If I'm going to be honest, they're probably paying nothing. And yeah, so I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Who would you guys sign in free agency if you were the Milwaukee Bucks? I think it's interesting. I just did who will the Phoenix Suns sign in free agency, and I think that one was interesting, so that's why we're doing this one. So yeah, the Phoenix Suns really got demolished by this team who really showed that their starting lineup might be one of the best, if not the best starting lineup in the NBA. Good job for Giannis. That was good. It was a weird finals in the sense that I was just like, holy crap, we did it. I wanted Chris Paul to win. I mean, nothing wrong with that they didn't. We all want different teams. We all cheer for different teams, so but yeah, I think Tony Snell and my boy, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. Tony Snell and our other boy that we're clearly blanking on right now. Casiro, you are so unprepared sometimes. I mean, this is what I made first thing when I woke up, so people can suck my nuts. But Tony Snell and Paul Millsap would be great for the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't think anyone would. They might say his age might be a problem, but hey, when has ever age stopped teams from making, moves? But yeah, so let's get right into it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this. That's it for me today. We have those beautiful comments down below. But peace. Oh.